welcome everybody, and welcome Bertold. How are you?
Fine. So welcome to everybody. Welcome to you.
Thank you so much. So today we sit together and we talk about professional success and how it is connected to the family roots.
Yeah.
Before we start, I'm Iris Shaham, Family Constellation Facilitator and artist, sitting with you, Bertold. A very, I see you like an elder of the family constellation community. You have a lot of experience. You had the opportunity to work with Bert Hellinger firsthand. So, but you also had PhD in law, and you did the NLP training and wrote many books. So I hope I didn't miss anything. I want to start by maybe if you can say in few sentences, what is family constellation for people who have no idea what it is, and then we'll explore the connection to the professional success.
Okay. So family constellation, if you don't know it, it may sound strange how it works. But the experience of now 30 years is it works. But if you are doubtful, I just say you have to try and to see if it works for you too. So that is an introduction. Because I'm doubtful myself, so I can understand. So normally a client comes in a group and has an issue. Let's say a simple issue would be, I have problems with my husband, wife, father, mother, child. And then he chooses representatives for himself and for let's say the parents, mother and father. And he takes just randomly somebody out of the circle. And then he gives them a place, puts them in the circle and a direction to look. And the magic is these people can give you some information about what really happened in this dynamic in your family if you are the client. And we don't know why this is working, but it works. And a facilitator of family constellation can support how to come more to peace, how to find more roots of peace in each family, which happens everywhere, or which is there everywhere. So this now is a short introduction. You have representatives, you have an issue, and the representatives give you information about your issue, and the facilitator works with the representatives to make some new steps for growth, I would say.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for this.
Yeah, you can add something because you do it also. So if it's incomplete or something is missing, just tell it.
No, not that it's incomplete. Yeah, but it's sometimes I struggle how to say it in few words to somebody who doesn't know what it is. But I will add that it's experiential and it's very somatic experience. Viewing the person not as an individual, but as a part of a big system, the family system. And many times we bring the inner image he holds about the people who's behind him, and maybe through the session it can shift and he can find a good place in that system that is the family.
Okay, yeah, thank you for completion.
Well, it's a collaboration. So today I really like to talk about professional success in the eyes of family constellation because I think it's very unique. And maybe you can say a few words about the connection between the two, between the family roots to professional success.
Okay, everybody has family roots, everybody has imprints of the family, everybody has also wounds of the past when he was a little child, which is in everybody, sometimes more hidden, but it's everywhere, and it will come out later. So if you have problems, if you have had problems as a child, they will come out later also especially strongly in your relationships, that I think everybody knows, and also in your professional life. So what is in you will come out. So we can see all the dynamics in families which make problems also in our personal life, also in professional life. So I wrote a book about just using that that insights of family constellation for your success in your professional life. You can ask questions. I will talk a little bit about it.
I'm just gonna, from my own personal place. I grew up in a kibbutz, which money was not a part of the values. The values were sharing, giving, art, music, connection, but money was not a part of it. And now I live outside of the kibbutz. In the Western world, it's very capitalistic. And I'm wondering, how can I give it a place, not just here, but also more somatic even? How can I, yeah.
Okay. So this is about a relationship with money. I didn't write anything in the book about it, so. But I did seminars about you and your relationship with money. What I liked very much when I read Yuval Harari, when he was saying that money is really a signal of trust in people. So it's you can only use money in societies because there's a deep trust. And we don't see that often. We see money that is something cheap but that you have a coin or a paper and you get something for it and you take it. This is a kind of trust, a deep, deep trust. So, and we could and should appreciate it, money, as a form which helps us to connect and to work together. And money is often, you could say, it's connected with many issues, with many personal issues. So let's say I was working a lot in China also with this issue of money, and the last generation was still of parents or grandparents were really poor. They had to struggle for survival. So money was they needed money to survive. So for them, money is a signal. If I have money, I can survive. Now, you may have enough money, but this survival instinct in you wants more and more because this old fear is not to survive. So you get money and money and money, but the fear doesn't go away because it's hidden, it's connected to the past. So money doesn't bring you relaxation. That is because this is what happened in the family before, and money is connected to this fear and this anguish into everything. So this is one thing where you can see an example. Or let's say you have rich parents and they don't show you much affection, or even poor parents show you much affection, but they give you once in a while money and they smile. And this is their sign to show you their love. And you connect love with money. So you think when I have money, when I see money, I feel loved. So it's not, you just cannot use in a neutral way money. You want more and more money because you want love. And the tragedy is you have a lot of money, but you are not more loved with or without it.
Yeah.
So these are two examples where how your personal connection or the history, your personal history or the history of your family can influence your relationship with money. And you can see, do you have a relaxed relationship with money? You can take it, you can enjoy it, you can spend it, or is it not in this way? And then maybe there are some issues which are not related to money, which are related to your own history.
So something that came up to my head is a person who doesn't have money in the moment, but he wants to have playful relationship with money, but the stress of life is there.
I didn't talk about playful relationship with money, because it sounds a little bit childlike.
Okay.
You are not a child, money it connects us to the other society. It's a mean to exchange, to work together. So it's not playful. It just sounds for me like a little bit too cheap. No, you have to be an honoring of money, a respect. And some people don't have this respect.
Right.
They think, oh, money is for other people. I don't need so much money. And this is also not a good relationship because you don't have respect. And this also has to do with your history, with your family, with your background, and a loss of respect. But just, if you have it, just notice it. I myself sometimes have a little bit of this not enough respect. I know it, therefore I can talk about it. But I have a good relationship to money, and a respectful relationship to money.
So in order to gain respect to money, let's say a person feels that he wants to find a good place for money in his life.
Yeah.
How is it connected to take a good place in the family system? Or I know there's a strong relationship between respect and gratitude to the parents and professional success in a way. What do you think?
In a way, it depends so much of your personal situation. So if you have a respectful relationship to money, you know you need it or to have at least maybe not a good life, but to survive in a respectful way. So you need money, and it depends if you're coming from a rich family or if you're coming from a poor family. If you come and you have to fight for your survival, then money has a totally different importance for you. And that is also to see, so you cannot just look back to the family. You have to be grown up. And to grown up means I'm not I'm not directed by my childlike needs or wounds, but I'm stand on my both feet and I know I need money. So what I have to do to make money, and can I do that? And what I want, what I don't want, this means for me to be an adult way to deal with money, and not in this new age way. If you do what you like, what your heart brings, then you will be rich. Yeah, if you're coming from a rich background, maybe. If you are not coming from a rich background, you won't. It's very rare. So this is a kind of not be respectful to the reality of life also.
It brings me to...
A little bit harsh, but...
Yeah, no, it brings me to something that I struggle with. It's almost like two voices. That one is very coherent, like go and study a degree, then go and study another degree, and then like one step, another step in the traditional way, and the other is go with the intuition, go with the creativity, were your heart's desire. And many times I struggle how to combine them in the professional realm. And I want to give you an example. I met you almost by accident. I took I was a mother for 10 years with my children, and I thought, I need to find something outside of the family. And I met you in an online course, and out of curiosity, and I was taken by it. I was like, wow, what is that? And it took me to a professional route, and it was almost by mistake. And I'm wondering how to combine these two voices, how to go with your heart and stay grounded and know what the words is asking you to.
That's a good question. And everybody has to ask the question to himself or to herself. How can I combine to be grounded and be realistic in life and to fulfill my heart's wishes? And for everybody, I think it's different, but it's a question only you can answer yourself. And you can ask to talk with friends and everybody and to find out more and more. And but it's a personal answer. So it's good if somebody knows that the heart is longing for something. So, and it's good if somebody knows you need to be grounded also. And this is this combination. So I know an exercise in NLP how to bring that together.
Okay. Bring all you got.
Okay. So I know everybody who's looking at it, if you have also two sides who are struggling with each other. So it's just find two issues and then you can do this exercise with us. That would be great. I make it a little bit more that I have to go back a little bit that you can see my hands also. Okay, so when you have a topic, you have your topic, you feel one hand of you, your right hand or your left hand. Which one you have?
Right?
This is right, huh? Yeah. Because it's
yeah, Zoom is confusing.
Okay, it's a right hand. And now you imagine one issue, either the grounding or the heart in the right hand. So I have the hand, and you make it when you are watching it with your own issue, one hand, and here it's this issue. And you may also close your eyes and just feel it. It's in this hand, there is your, how is it for you? What is your heart or your grounding?
Heart.
Heart, okay. And there is the heart. And you just feel this energy of your issue of the heart in this hand. You breathe. You can do it just relaxed. And then you may also find a color which is symbolizing this energy of this issue of you. For you, it's your heart. And sometimes even the music is possible. Maybe a children's song or a classical. Sometimes it's something with humor, something very soft or a natural sound. You just maybe listen to your inner ear and feel this issue, and you feel this hand, and you hear and you listen. And you have the color and the sound, and all goes in this hand. Okay. And then you take the other hand, just so. And this is the other issue. For you, it's a grounding. Now you concentrate only on this hand, so for you, the left hand. So feel the grounding. Maybe emotions are there, images are there. Feel this is grounding. And you are doing this with us, your issue. And breathe. It's always good to relax and to breathe. And then find also a color for this ground, to be grounded. And sometimes it's surprising which colors comes. You just accept it, take it. And maybe also music. You have also time to find some sounds, some music, maybe drums or whatever. Everything is welcome. Okay. And you breathe. And now you feel your both hands at both sides, and you feel for a moment in the middle. There's on one hand is that issue, on the other hand is the other. And now, very, very slowly, bring the hands together. So you can see, and it's not fast. As slow as you can, you are just moving and bringing the hands together. And you're breathing, you feel yourself in the middle, and you bring the hands together. Really breathe, feel. And then there comes a moment when they touch, but you have also time. And when they coming closer, you feel how they are coming closer. And when they are touching, you feel the touch. And then see if the hands want to come really together, the fingers want to come together. And you feel there's something new now. There was one side, there was the other side, and now both energies flow together. And you breathe, relax. You don't need to understand, to think. Just the hands are meeting, joining. And maybe you can see a new color, something totally new, a mixture, whatever is coming out, this color. Breathe. And maybe also music is coming. Let yourself be surprised by what is coming by itself, the music. When you have done the exercise, maybe you will redo it with more time. You know it now, it's simple. But it's can be very strong when you are putting this energy in it. So, how you feel?
First of all, I'm very surprised. And I ended up with the disco music and many lights. So I'm just going to share this. And I love this work because it really, we can talk from the mind and cannot understand many things. But when it comes to the body, it's a different way and a different realization that mostly is experienced in a more relaxed body.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much for this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not family constellation, but I do now everything I learned during so many years of professional life.
Nice. Like my disco ball. It has many lights, many colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very beautiful. And thank you. And I really hope people can take the time and do it at home slowly and enjoy the whatever comes. for themselves.
Okay.
Okay.
So you are now out to ask questions.
Now I'm healed and there's no more questions.
Maybe I say something about because the first chapter, and I find it so important, it's about the self-sabotaging of your own success. There are people who are successful, and congratulations, and then there are people who sabotage their professional success. And you may think if you are one of them, and you can sabotage it in different ways. One way is from the very beginning, you block yourself to make anything which is good for you and for your career. So the other thing is you work hard and then you have success and then you sabotage it. So you make something and then you have to start again and again. And I would also say a kind of self-sabotage is if you have success and you cannot enjoy it, because it's in a way it's stupid. It's a tragedy, but it's in the same way stupid. You did so much, you have a lot of money, and then you have it, and then you cannot enjoy it. Yeah. So what was the point? And when you have one of these issues, this is so often, nearly always, connected with a history in your family also. In Family Constellation, we talk about loyalty of the children to past energies. So, and the strongest is if your parents were unhappy, probably you will be also unhappy. Not because you copied, we say because you are loyal. So it's a sign out of love, you don't want to leave them alone in their unhappiness. On the outside, on the surface, you may fight against it. That is clear. Everybody's doing it. But there's a deeper connection. And when we do constellation, we look to find the deeper connection. And I say, you know it when you have this deep connection. You may want to deny it or not to feel it because it's too painful. But I think everybody knows it. So it's only a discovery of something which you already know. So that means you are, and sometimes it's a grandparent. I had cases, great grandparent. Yeah, I have this story because that was when I started to do family constellation. I knew already, and I was in my transition time of doing NLP seminars. And I'd done mental training with people, and I had a group of successful doctors, businessmen, not many, 5, 6. We met 5, 6 times in the 3 or 4 years, and everybody was working on his goal. So how to use your resources to reach your goal. And then on the last seminar of that, there was a doctor, a female doctor. She said, I have reached my goal, which I had worked the last 3 or 4 years. I wanted to give back. I wanted to be a natural doctor and go out of the hospital and have my own practice. And I imagined always the beautiful rooms. Now I can then invite patients and do the things I love with my heart. And she said, and I have that. I have the room. I give everything back. And now I'm blocked. He said, I know nobody is coming because nobody knows about me. I know I should go out to making speeches or to colleagues and I'm blocked. I don't. So, and that was really when I used the first time knowledge of family dynamics, because otherwise I would have which resource we have to find to get out of the blockage. So at that time I asked, is there anybody in your family who was not successful in the professional life? And he said, yeah, immediately, yeah. My one grandfather, he was successful before the war. then he came back as wounded soldier and couldn't make it anymore. So he had going down the streets and sell cheap things, and he was basically a shame for the family. And I said, maybe you are connected and loyal to your grandfather. You love him and you don't want to leave him alone with that misery. And the tears were coming out in her when I said that. So that means when you feel this connection to someone who was unhappy in professional life, and you feel a loving connection, this is the first step to change something in a way. And the next step, what we do in constellations, is often that we say, I respect you and your unhappiness, your pain, whatever you carry, and I leave it to you. You come before me, you are parent, ancestor, I come after you. You are big because you are before me, and I'm small because I come after you. And then the last sentence is you look to this ancestor in the eyes and tell him, please look friendly upon me when I am now have more success in business, or more happier in life, happier in my relationship, whatever is the connection. And you can see when you do it and when you imagine it even, you can see there is friendliness and love coming from the grandparents, from your parents, great-grandparents, aunts and uncles. So this is how we transform. It's not changing, it's transforming this energy in something positive.
Mm. Okay. So you almost recognize who's the loyalty to in order to separate, so you can have a different destiny.
Yeah, this is when you say it. I don't like it so much because everybody could see it. Iris was talking about separation and was making the hands apart. And it's not about separation. It's about connecting in a different way.
Mm.
And you separate in one level, yes. But if you just want only separate, you won't reach, because you must find the deeper level of connection. And then something changing. So that is.
So we are actually looking for the connection, so we can take our own, I don't know, step that is not.
Yeah, so you could see. I did not yet so think so much about it, but now I start. You can see every human being comes into life and has a lot of energy, and life gives him talents and ideas and everything. And he has a family which brings him up. So, and a part of his love energy stays often connected to the family, especially with this unhappiness. That means I'm still a child inside and I stay connected, and my love is not yet totally free for my own life. So when you find this love to your ancestors, your family, then you have more freedom for your own talents, for your own way. As long as you are connected in this childlike loyalty and love, you don't have this kind of freedom.
Okay. So freedom comes with a
it's
bigger love. Like,
it's really a journey. It's not that you do it and make an exercise and then you are free or something. No, it's really a different way of seeing your life and what life is and your family. So in a way, because when you respect somebody with his unhappiness, then you are more alone and more responsible for your own life. So I'm no more a child which just has to obey or follow some rules. No, now you have the responsibility. And this is not so easy, or And because we all make mistakes, we hurt other people and we do wrong things. So, and then you have to take the responsibility for it. And as long as you are a child and you are doing the same stupid things as your parents did, you feel innocent. You are not, but you feel innocent. But when you are on your own feet and you have that in your back as a support, then you are responsible and you can act.
So I'm going to ask you, maybe it sounds a strange question, but what is responsibility? How does it look like? What does it even mean to take responsibility?
So should have looked to AI.
Without AI.
AI finds often so good answers. So, okay. So I have to find my own answer. What is responsibility? Because it's a word, and what does it mean when I say responsible? That means don't feel as a child first. So it's not that I'm full of anger, full of this I have to undo, and this is still a wound I carry. I'm still pissed with the parents or whatever. Then you cannot be responsible or only partially. As I talk in an absolute way, but I know it's not, life is not so absolute as I talk. Okay. So that you say more and more you are feeling, and I call it to be a grown up. So I take my decisions, and I carry the consequences of my decisions. I don't feel as a victim. This is very important. Responsibility is a contrary of feeling a victim in a way, I would say. So you come out of the victim state, and everybody has a victim state in himself. So we have to come out of this, and then we can say, I'm not a victim anymore. I'm active. I do good things. I do bad things, stupid things, and I carry the consequences. And I don't blame other people when they react to me because I reacted in a stupid way. This just right now.
Yeah, no, I got it. I hope the rest of whoever listened got it too. Yeah, it stands in life. We are coming to the end, and I have so many questions. This is going so fast, and I have still a lot of questions, but I'll try to maybe think about one more. Did you ever had an obstacle in your professional life, and you did some session in constellation and you find it helpful? No. So you didn't use it for you?
No, I don't have this kind of obstacles in my professional life.
Ah, you're free of that. That's amazing.
No, I started when I was always working, not hard in a way, and the big decision was not to become a lawyer, instead a psychologist, and to work with people. And then I started in small groups. We have in Germany a kind of the cities have for education for grown-ups, and I made courses, self-awareness, becoming more conscious, self-assertiveness. And I went to other cities and made it. It was cheap, so I came, and then I met someone in this, and I came across NLP. I had learned it, and he was in a company. So I said, and he was doing Gestalt. We didn't know NLP at that time. So let's have a business together. We offer trainings in NLP in companies, and it was totally new.
Mm.
So I wrote an article about it just to promote it. We had some customers, so it was always going on. So and there was an obstacle. I know when I came to Family Constellations in Freiburg, my city, I knew when I have to do it, I have to work harder than before, because when I worked in companies, it was always arranged. I had a company, I came 3 days, and this was it. I had to prepare it and manuals, but no more. And I did not know, when I do family constellation, you need people. So I had to make an email list and starting to organize this. That I didn't want it, but it is, I said in a responsible way. If I want to do family constellation, I have to do that also. So I do it. So I don't need a constellation for that.
It seems like your grounding side is very present, you know?
Yeah, I have a grounded side.
Because not many people are this way. So I'm just saying, many people, you know, they maybe follow family constellation method, and then they want to open a business, and okay, now they need to bring people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many trainings that are offered. You become a coach or a management trainer or whatever, or a facilitator, and 25 people are doing it. Maybe 3 or 4 of them reach to make a life out of that.
Exactly.
This is just business in a way. It's a little bit okay.
Yeah. So Bertold, we are at the end. I'm thinking, what did we talk about? We talked about glimpse of things around professional success. You gave us a beautiful exercise. I really enjoyed it, from NLP, how to combine 2 voices, and it can be around profession, and it can be around anything they want, but I advise to try it. It's short and easy. And I want to thank you for your wisdom and time and everything. And I'm going to put a link to your book, Professional Success in the Family Roots, for whoever wants to read it. And I will see you next time.
Yeah, I'm curious what questions next time will come.